professor for the state and local government course in Albany Law's new online Government and Advocacy Affairs program. I'm also an alum of Albany Law, class of 2014. And since that time, I have been in either in or working with government. Most recently, starting in 2017, I started working for the New York City Council, and the council is New York City's legislative branch of government. So co-equal partner with the mayoral administration, and the laws that we pass affect more than 8 million city residents and act as a model for both the state and other municipalities across the country. So in my time at the council, I've been counsel to the Civil Service and Labor Committee, and also currently counsel to the Committee on Education. So I've been the lead lawyer and negotiator on a number of significant pieces of legislation, including just cause labor legislation, the Stop Sexual Harassment in New York City Act, pay equity, and some others. So in this course, I'm really trying to make this a practical course. I got my JD and my MBA after I had been out of undergrad for more than 10 years. So I worked in the private sector, and mid-career course change, decided to get my JD and my MBA. And so with my MBA, I understand what an online course is like. I understand why you want to hear from practitioners in the field. And so, if you were or are a JD student, you have learned or are learning the Black letter law. And in this course, what I hope to show you is what it's like working day to day in government, whether directly for government or advocating to government, and really seeing how laws are made, how policies are made, how things change, and the things that you will encounter along the way that could be obstacles to a legislative solution to problems, and creative ways that you can think around trying to get those. I also had done some short guest video interview clips with some of my colleagues at the council, and I wanted them to share their insight into some different topics. And again, the readings that you will do, I'm hoping, are topical, insightful, and will bring practicality to the theoretical. So this is a brand new course. This is a brand new online program. I think we have a good structure in place, but as we go through the 7 weeks, on the discussion boards, either or texting me or emailing me if there's things you have questions or things you'd like to see, I will do my best to accommodate, because I really want to make sure that you take something away from this that will help you having a career in state and local government. So the course outcomes that you'll see in Canvas are, understanding the basic structure and function of state and local government institutions. We all know that there's 3 branches of government, and we all know that there's checks and balances, but it's still important to just cover that foundational material, even if you've already learned it. So again, the articles that I've chosen and the readings and the discussions will really try to give that foundational material. It may be a refresh for many of you, but it's still important. And then some of the other course learning outcomes are, by the end of this course, that you will understand the process through which state and local government actors make laws and policies, analyze conflicts between local, state, and federal government institutions. The federal government, within the constructs of the US Constitution, can do a lot. And then there's a lot of power reserved to the states, and then local governments are creatures of the state. But there are times where we are preempted, and you will learn about this, where there's conflict with some higher level law. And really another important thing is understanding the local government's role in shaping communities. So, the most impact on your day-to-day lives is by action taken by your local government. Yes, the state and federal governments as well, but much more on an every day-to-day basis, it's local governments' actions that will have an immediate impact on you and the communities that you live in. And also, what are some of the things that local governments are now taking on to right prior wrongs, whether it's racial segregation or inequality? And then also, by the end, we're also going to be talking about significant current events in state and local government, the biggest one being COVID-19. And we've seen some states being much more resurgent in their power and pushing back against the federal government, saying you stay in your lane and this is a matter for state government to handle. And then there are others that say national problems deserve national solutions. So we'll also talk about that in this course. And then for those taking the 3 credits, there, a little bit more will be evaluating local government policies through its laws and regulations as they relate to issues like housing, public health, municipal services, and inequality that certain communities face because of local government policies of the past. And then we're also hoping that you will take away the ability to present a significant current issue and take that issue, come up with a solution, have the necessary legal implications, fiscal implications, policy implications, and then be able to defend and articulate your positions. So there will be, for 1 credit students and 3 credit students, there will be 2 oral presentations, which, when working in state and local government, it is a critical skill to have. And it's something that you never stop learning how to do. You always improve on it. I'm still improving on it. And I've been in this field for almost 8 years, and I've been in the private sector for more than a decade. So there will be 2 oral presentations. Just want to make folks aware. And no one will be commenting, your classmates will not be commenting on that, but they will be watching it just so they can maybe gain some tips and insight on how they can improve their own oral communication skills. So each week, you'll find the course topics, readings, lectures, and activities all within the module for the week. The course follows Albany Law's standard due date cycle for participation. So that means initial discussion posts are due by the end of Thursday, so that there's ample time for your classmates to have subsequent dialogue and reply to your posts. And I hope that people will ask clarifying questions or offer examples or cases. And sorry about that. And I'm not starting this recording again. And we be able to offer real life examples that they've experienced that can contribute to the conversation. For office hours, so I welcome individual or group appointments, talk about the course topics, your coursework, chat about careers, real world application, whatever you want. I'm here as a resource for you. And if I don't know something, I will tell you that, and I will do my best to get that answer for you. Again, that's also, I think, something very important in working in government. The BS meter is pretty well attuned for people that have been in this field for a while, so they know when someone's faking their way through. And I think people get more respect and are listened to more when they admit they don't know something. So never be afraid to say, you know what, I don't know, and ask me. And if I don't have the answer, and I will tell you, I don't know, but I will do my best to find out. So to get started, before you start module 1, just make sure you read and understand the syllabus, including the policies linked within. These are all standard Albany Law School policies about cheating, and they have a software that will run written assignments through it to make sure that you're not plagiarizing anyone. So again, just make sure you read all those policies. And then everybody's going to head over to the introduce yourself discussion to tell us about yourself. And I will also do the same. And then after you've done that, you can just dive right into module 1. And I look forward to getting to know you, all of you, and see you in the discussion boards. And one final thing I will say is that I have a 20-inch monitor. So the camera is placed very high, and I look very bizarre staring up at it and talking. So I hope my eyes are looking like that I'm talking to you, all of you. So when you watch the lecture videos, if my eyes start darting around, it's because I have a very large monitor and I look very strange just talking up into that. And if you ever hear noise in a video, it's because I have a 2.5-year-old Labrador Retriever who sometimes wants to insert himself into the conversation. So again, welcome to this course. I hope everybody really gets something out of it and practical takeaways that you can use to launch or continue or grow in a career in state and local government. Thank you.